This is Eunice, and welcome to the Journey Home podcast. So, today I just wanted to encourage people who are discouraged right now in their life, in their journey. I know some people we have personally been praying for have really been going through some really hard times, especially in the area of physical health and sickness. And yes, I am 45, but I feel like this year has just been unusual. And it's not just because of middle age. I feel like it's been an unusual year. And so I could be wrong, but that's just how I feel. And so I just wanted to share an encouraging word for those of you who are in a hard season, a dark season, a season where you are despairing. And for those of you who really have been walking faithfully with the Lord, who've been walking in obedience to Him, I want to encourage you with the scripture. And it's from Isaiah 61. I was reading it this week and I was like, oh, this is an awesome verse. Some verses for people to pray through and claim in their life. So I'll start at verse 1. The Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is on me, because the Lord has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom for the captives, and release from darkness for the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn, and provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. And I want to jump to verse 7. Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion, and instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance. And so you will inherit a double portion in your land. And everlasting joy will be yours. If you are going through a hard season, I just want to encourage you with this scripture, and I just want to encourage you to not just say, Lord, I'm going through a hard season, but really cry out to Him. For those who are walking in obedience to Him, I really believe that you can ask for this double portion that is mentioned in verse 7 and not 7 and 8. It's just in verse 7. Instead of your shame, you will receive a double portion. Instead of disgrace, you will rejoice in your inheritance. You will inherit a double portion in your land, and everlasting joy will be yours. These are promises that I really believe that believers, we need to activate these things in our life if we are truly walking in obedience to Him. That I really believe that we can claim these promises and ask the Lord, Lord, I pray, even though this has been a really hard season, God, I ask that you give me my double portion. And I really believe that as we keep asking in prayer, that He will break through. I know that seasons of suffering, of hardship, are really challenging, but I really want to encourage you, do not give up, and especially do not let the enemy deceive you in giving up in the area of prayer. Okay, and so there are also promises for believers in Deuteronomy 28, and I have shared this on my podcast before, but really, if we are faithfully walking in obedience to the Lord, I really believe that the promises in Deuteronomy 28 we can claim over ourselves and our families as well. And so this is where I really just want to encourage you to activate your faith. Stir up your faith. Yes, right now the circumstances might seem bleak, but I really believe that we can press in as the people of God as we walk in obedience to Him. We can make these proclamations over our lives. And I really believe, the answer might not come tomorrow. The answer might not come next week like we hope. But I really do believe that the Lord will answer the prayers of His saints, that He will answer the prayers of those who walk in obedience to Him, true obedience. Those who say yes to Him daily, I really believe that He will meet us in that place of just sadness, desperation, mourning. I really believe He will meet us in that place. And so I just wanted to jump on here and encourage you. If you are feeling discouraged, if you feel like your breakthrough will never come, I just want to encourage you, don't give up. Press into the promises of God and really proclaim these scriptures over your life. So, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and especially those who are affected by this storm on the East Coast. I really pray that you will be safe and that everyone's electricity will stay on. Have an amazing weekend. Thanks for listening. Bye.